It's time for In the Spotlight, where every story is a star and every resident is a VIP. Get ready to be inspired, entertained, and connected as we illuminate the incredible spirit of Joliet and our Southside communities together. To nominate a Spotlight shout-out, a Southside business, or local organization you want to see highlighted, visit us at WJOL.com and click On Air. In the Spotlight, the show that turns the spotlight on the incredible people and stories that make our communities shine. This is In the Spotlight.
Welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm your host, Nancy Burke, and we have a very special guest today. We have the owner and operator of Salty Pirate Craft Barbecue and Grub, Mr. Russ Evans. Russ, thank you so much for being on the show. How are you?
Good.
Good. Your stuff, it's time to eat right now for me. And I'm telling your stuff it looks pretty amazing. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I work in radio. I have a syndicated show. We do a lot with Jimmy Buffett type organizations. We're on 3-4 Jimmy Buffett style internet radio shows, and we like to frequent the islands and check out local food type places when we travel, and that's where the inspiration came with Salty Pirate.
Oh yeah, it totally fits. You have Jimmy Buffett, you have Salty Pirate. That makes sense. How did you start cooking? What was the inspiration for your passion?
It started when I was a kid with my mother. My mom. Oh my God.
That good, huh?
If anyone should own a restaurant, it should be my mother. She's a great baker. She's a great cook, and she taught me from an early age. Before I was 10 years old, I was cooking because of her. So.
That's beautiful. Was it always barbecue, or what did you cook with Mom?
Everything. I started getting into barbecue 30 some years ago, just having fun, just in the backyard with friends and family. And I mean, there's no better way to bring friends together and family together like backyard barbecue. So everyone was telling me, you should do something with this, not just do it in the backyard. And that went on for over a decade. And finally I said, screw it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna bring smiles to people's faces. And
well, you're right about that. There's nothing better than food to bring people together. That's for sure. They say what the man's heart is through his stomach.
Yes.
The way to the man's heart is through his stomach. Well, I think that applies for females as well, especially this one right here. I absolutely love food, for sure. So you started out in your backyard, and now you have expanded that. And I know you said it's not easy. And so I have a couple questions about your process. When you say it's not easy, are you saying the process or the time it takes, or both?
Barbecue to me is all about time and temperature. It's not just throwing burgers on the grill or hot dogs or whatever. It's a science. At least that's what I think. Taking the time to understand the temperatures, understanding the fire, the type of wood you use. I mean, we don't just use charcoal. We use straight up natural wood, and having the right wood is a big factor as well. So,
well, I make hockey pucks on the grill, so I can't. I cannot grill to save my soul for sure. So the wood, you said the wood makes the difference. You don't use charcoal, or do you use a combination?
Combination.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite wood then, and why?
I like oak because it's nice and mild. I use a lot of fruit woods. I'm not a big mesquite wood type guy. It's a little too tangy, I guess you could say. If I'm cooking like a brisket or something, I like to use a hickory. But like chicken and pork, I tend to move towards the oak and fruit woods.
That's fascinating. I'm just charcoal in the little bag that you
Yeah.
on fire, throw some. Oh, well, honestly, you wouldn't want me working for you, that's for sure, unless you just
I
want
will
to
teach
clean
you.
up. Oh, well, is it teachable? I mean, you said it's an art, and sometimes art's just you either got it or you don't, you know?
Exactly.
Have you ever come across somebody that you just couldn't teach? Because I might be the first.
No, I keep it very simple, stupid, and
Okay.
basic, and I love to teach people how to barbecue. Not saying I'm the great pit master by any means, because anyone that says, "Oh, my barbecue is better than yours," and blah blah blah, I I, I think that's all BS. Because every pit master barbecue guy is different. They have different styles and different techniques they use. So that's what I
So
think that's what I think is so fascinating about barbecue, because everyone cooks everything different. You can have, you know, different pit masters cooking the same protein, like a brisket or
mhm.
something, and their techniques are completely different than each other. So
What's your technique? Or can you tell us? Is that a secret?
mine is low and slow,
Low and slow, so it
low and
takes
slow.
time then. How
Yeah.
much time do you put in to prep, say, a meal? Just a meal for your family?
A meal for my family, I can do it a couple hours.
Okay, so if you're catering something then, because you do some catering and these pop-up barbecues, which I want to talk a little bit about. If
Mhm.
I were to hire you for an event, say 15 people,
Okay.
what would that include? What would you suggest I order, first of all, for 15 people? Just a backyard barbecue party. And what kind of time commitment does that take? What would I expect?
Well, it depends on what kind of protein you're cooking. Like if you're gonna do a brisket,
Yes,
you're looking at like you got excited.
I
Um,
love briskets.
oh, me too. And brisket to me is kind of one of the hardest ones to
Hmm.
cook, because you're taking a big piece of meat and trying to break it down, and the enzymes and the tissues and everything. I mean, it's a process. It's 16 to 17 hours. Whereas if you go to, let's say, like a pork shoulder or pork butt, for like pulled pork tacos, I'm a big taco guy. Pulled
Hmm.
pork tacos, pulled pork sandwiches, I can do that within 6, 7 hours.
Wow,
Uh,
that's still a
it,
substantial amount of time invested.
yes, yes, and you know, chicken's easy, pork chops are easy, and it's because you have to monitor the temperatures. You have to get that right temperature and the right time to flip and
Mm.
spritz, and being spritz is, spraying like I like to use a lot of natural cherry juice with
Oh,
red wine vinegar and mix them together half and half. Um, Makes a great flavor. Plus, the acid from the vinegar kind of breaks everything down
hmm.
slowly. And um, the biggest thing is at the end of the cook. I mean, it's a long cook. Whatever you're doing, it's going to be a long cook. Um, the best part I like, where the art comes in, is the presentation, because I don't care
Mm.
who you are, everyone eats with their eyes first.
Right. Well, what about the sides? Because I think I can make a meal out of sides. Do you do all of that as well? I mean, obviously, there's the
Yep.
protein that we're talking about.
Definitely coleslaw.
Oh, yes.
There's different styles of coleslaw. I tend to go towards the vinaigrette style of
Hmm.
coleslaw. Some people like the creamy style. Uh, you got to have mac and cheese. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
that's I, you know,
My favorite. My favorite.
mac and cheese. I really like getting into like different styles of Mexican street corn, which
Elote
is
is amazing.
yes,
Yes.
it's you can always change it up. It's very forgiving.
You can reach Russ Evans at saltypiratecraftbbq.com or on Facebook at Salty Pirate Craft BBQ and Grub. You can also email Russ at arproduction1011 at gmail.com.
Fabulous.
We will be right back with Salty Pirate Craft Barbecue and Grub right after this.
Time now for your Joyful Minute. Your encouragement for the day is coming up right after this.
When you download Music on a Mission, you will hear about my testimony and my battles with faith, but you will also hear stories about my time in service, my mission to put God and country back together, and of course, the music that inspires it all. If you'd like to find out more, please go to davebrayusa.com or download Music on a Mission anywhere music is sold.
Today's Joyful Minute is brought to you by Brian Hunt.
Parents, I'm not sure if you can relate to this, but sometimes bedtime can be a really hectic time of day. It's that weird time of night where the kids need to go to bed, but they don't want to go to bed. You need them to go to bed so you don't lose that little bit of sanity you have left after a grueling day. So to be honest, I find myself trying to hurry up the bedtime routine so I can get all the stuff done around the house that I didn't get done with them in the way. Is that too honest? But here's what I've noticed. I miss out on a lot when I do that. I miss out on the chance to listen to my kids. When I rush through tuck-in time, I miss the chance to hear them speak. Because often when they're relaxed and snuggling in, the best stuff comes out. The best questions, the best thoughts, the best love. So for me, I've been convicted by this. And I've really let James' words in James 1:19 slow me down. He says, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. So even if the laundry is still not folded or we get fewer minutes of sleep, it's worth it to slow down and listen to our kids. After all, what they have to say may be exactly what God needs you to hear.
You've been listening to today's Joyful Minute, reminding you to keep equipping, encouraging, and empowering the world, one life and minute at a time.
Today's Community Spotlight shout-out goes to Amy Well with Project Balance Health. Amy is absolutely fantastic at helping you reach your fitness goals. She has over 25 years experience working with every level of athlete. Plus, her rehabilitation background makes her able to work with individuals that have special needs and don't feel comfortable going to the gym. She has numerous members with different ailments and can help them reach their goals. She is motivating and encouraging to all. Amy, thank you so much for helping our community to stay healthy, be healthy, and become healthy. Amy, you are our community spotlight superstar. What good deed would you like to give a shout out to? Whether it's someone helping a neighbor, volunteering in a shelter, or any act of kindness, it's great to recognize and appreciate those moments. So head on over to wjol.com, click on Air Then in the Spotlight, and fill out the form. While you're there, you can nominate a business or organization to be a spotlight on the show. We're back with Russ Evans with Salty Pirate Craft Barbecue and Grub. Okay, so you have these pop-up barbecue stands. Anything on the books yet, or where can we get in touch with you to find out where you're going to be, and also if we want to order something?
Yeah, you can go to saltypiratecraftbbq.com and you'll get a logo that'll say, hey, send us your email, and we will definitely be in contact with you. You can have us come out to different fests. We'll come to your house. We'll come to your house. Yeah, I will set up a pop-up stand. If you're doing a family get together, we'll make it a show. And it's like when you go to those restaurants with the hibachi and they're cooking in front of you. We will come there and we can do that as well. We're going to be putting up some different packages on our website as we speak. We're putting together a menu and different packages, and we're going to be putting up pictures. So the website's still evolving. Like I said, we're brand new.
Mm-hmm. How many people would you say you would serve a maximum?
I'd say 30 to 40.
Okay. Is there a minimum?
No.
Really? So no. I'm like me and my husband, just come on over and cook for us. We're paying you, right? Would you do that? Just like
I'll be there.
A nice date night. That's a great gift, by the way, guys out there. I'm telling you, we love our food. And if you had Russ come over and cook a good meal and serve it, would you do that?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. It's funny you say that because I had some friends for Valentine's said, hey, if I hire you to come to my house, I'm going to set up this nice romantic thing in my kitchen for my wife, girlfriend, and you basically just show up as a personal chef. You don't have to talk. Just do your thing, make your food, serve it to us on the table, and then you obviously get the hell out.
hit the road, hit the road.
I'm there, man. I'll do it. I'll do it.
That sounds great. I might take you up on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we love to eat in our house. That's for sure. Okay, Russ. Well, we have come to a point in our show that we like to have a little fun. So we're going to play a game. It's called Top That. I'm going to ask you, or I'm going to tell you a category actually, and you're going to give me what you think the top answer to that category is. And our listeners are going to be playing for a great prize, but you, Russ, you play for just nothing. So sorry. Well, I'm going to hire you. Okay. So that's what you're going to win is
There you go.
another client. All right. Your category is 80s hair bands. So you got to give me what you think the top answer is.
Hands down, Rat.
That is really impressive. That is the top answer. What's your favorite Rat song?
You're in Love.
Okay, can you sing a little bit for me? No, I'm just kidding.
No, you don't want to lose listeners.
You mean when you come over and you make a nice romantic dinner for me and my husband, you're not going to serenade us with a little Rat?
No, I'm just going to play Rat.
Okay, well, that works too. Your next category, the next category for you, black and white animals. What do you think the top answer is?
Zebra.
That's a really good one. That's the second. You want to give one more guess? Let's see.
Skunk.
If you
Skunk.
You got 2 and 3. The top answer was panda, but that was really good. Those were really good guesses.
And now it's time for Top That, where you have to guess the top answer to this category.
Ways to cook eggs. Just head on over to Facebook or Instagram at 1340 WJOL. Find our video for today's broadcast and tell us your guess for that category there in the comments. And you will have a chance to win a pair of movie tickets to see Cabrini at AMC Theaters Now. From the studio that brought you Sound of Freedom comes Cabrini. Arriving in New York City in 1889, Italian immigrant Francesca Cabrini is greeted by disease, crime, and impoverished children. She soon sets off on a daring mission to convince the mayor to secure housing and health care for society's most vulnerable. With broken English and poor health, Cabrini uses her entrepreneurial mind to build an empire of hope, unlike anything the world has ever seen. Get your tickets to Cabrini at angel.com, only in theaters now. But we have your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets. I might have said pair of movie tickets earlier, but actually it's a family 4-pack of movie tickets. You're going to want to see this movie. I just saw it actually, and this strong Italian woman, which I can relate to because I happen to be one of those, it has an amazing story. You're not going to want to miss this. So find our video for today's broadcast on Facebook or Instagram at 1340 WJOL and tell us your guess to the top that category, ways to cook eggs. Remember, there are a lot of answers, but I'm looking for the top answer to that category. So I'm looking for the most popular answer. All the correct answers will have a chance to win that prize. Good luck.
Russ can probably tell us lots of ways to cook eggs. Do you do eggs with your barbecue?
I do. I just learned a new trend that's going around with eggs is smoking eggs. Like you hard boil the eggs so they're cooked. And then you take the eggs and put them on the smoker. I've never done it. I'm not sure about it, but people swear by it. So
Will you do that for me? Will you try it and then
I will.
comment on our Facebook page? Tell me how it turned out, because I'm a fan of eggs and I do it in the Instapot and they're great because the shells come right off. But smoked eggs, that sounds, well, anything smoked. Shoe leather. Yeah, shoe leather smoked would probably be amazing. Absolutely. I know you said you started out in your backyard and that you have these pop-up stands. Do you have a location that people can come to?
We're not in a brick and mortar. We don't own a restaurant. Everything, I do everything from my home, and started in the kitchen, and then I kicked the cars out of the garage, and I turned my garage into a barbecue shanty, and I mean, it's people walk in my garage and they're like, this is like a little mini restaurant. I'm like,
That's so fun.
and it's fun to hang out there. So
Yeah, how fun. Well, Russ, it has been wonderful talking to you. Can't wait to try some of this amazing barbecue in the summer at some of the events that you're going to be at, for sure. Can you tell us one more time how we can get in touch with you?
you can find us on Facebook at Salty Pirate Craft Barbecue and Grub, and you can go to our website at saltypiratecraftbbq.com.
Wonderful. Russ, thank you so much for being on the show. Good luck with the business. Everybody can get the information on Facebook or Instagram at 1340 WJOL. If you have any questions for Russ, again, reach out to him. Russ, you have a great day. Thank you so much.
You
God
too.
bless.
Thanks for having us.
If you can't listen to us when we're live, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at 1340 WJOL. Don't forget, if you're traveling outside our AM signal, listen to us at WJOL.com. You can also hear the podcast there. A very special thank you to everybody here at WJOL that make this show possible. And remember, you are loved, you are special, and you belong to the WJOL family. So until next time, always stay in the spotlight.
To nominate a spotlight shout-out, a Southside business, or local organization you want to see highlighted, visit us at WJOL.com and click On Air. In the Spotlight, the show that turns the spotlight on the incredible people and stories that make our communities shine.
Spotlight.